Back at it again. This is J Mo for Hustle Hard Baltimore Radio. Reloaded 2. We're reloaded. So the topic today is what it is when the help needs help and people don't show up. So I consider those people to be fake, phony, and fugazi. Flat out. I'm from Baltimore, Maryland. East, of course, from the inner city, from the trenches. No, I look rich, but I think poor 24/7. So what you see is what you see, and what you get is what you get. Now let's get to what the help. I'm the help. But when the help need help, where the people at? I come with open hands. We got a lot of success stories. I'm a medical retired Army veteran. Yeah, I was in the military from 1984 to 1990. So I was in the regular Army, the reserves, and the National Guard. That was the commitment. I've been through the good, the bad, the ugly, and the different in my life. The good, the bad, the ugly, and different in my life. So we advocate for the veterans of the United States of America and civilians for embedment of their lives. In 2010, I went to the VA hospital in Baltimore, Maryland, and got a culture shock of how dysfunctional adults are. And adults are liars. So I took it upon myself by the grace of God to spearhead my own campaign to take care of myself. And I had some help, a lot of help from Trevor Lane, Lord bless his soul, he has passed, and Mr. Kelly, 2 Marines. They assisted me to navigate the Veterans Benefits Administration and Health Administration of Veterans Affairs. That's a lot of words. The Benefits Administration and Health Administration of Veterans Affairs. So I could become whole in the VA, which means 100%. 100% for PTSD, non-combat related. Wasn't in the Boy Scouts, but a lot going on. But what we did over the years with other people, because I ain't by myself and I'm not perfect, we have this right here. Hustle hard, right? So hustle hard is a concept. It's a thought pattern. I got that from this sign. And this is an LLC. Hustle hard for your life. Hustle hard for your food. Hustle hard for your peace of mind. Hustle hard for your job. Hustle hard for your kids that's paying attention. Hustle hard for your family members that love you. You know, you got dysfunctional people all over the place, but they're narcissistic and they were like, well, they think they're better than each other and stuff like this. We don't have time for that. This is the military picture. Boot camp, Fort Dix, New Jersey, 1984. Transformation from a civilian to military. That's what it is. You know what I mean? It took a lot on you. It took a lot. It took a lot to wear this uniform. That's what I'm identifying people with. Non-combat. We're thinking in the divine mind. We're not fake, phony, fugazi at all. I'm not that dude. I've been through the good, the bad, the ugly, different in my life. I'm clean. Approximately 13 years, December 1st, from alcohol, marijuana, cigarettes, and a whole lot of other stuff. I'm not perfect. I got high for 27 years, no days off. I don't need nobody to speak for me. I stand on my own. I fear nothing but God. I made my peace with God. Returned 60 years old. I ain't perfect, you know what I mean? I got a loud voice. I was a union rep at Johns Hopkins Hospital for 10 years. I'm a litigator, negotiator, and I get to the business. I'm going to do the research. I'm going to do the homework. I'm going to find out where it's at. That's what I did for myself. Let's get back to the help. If you're not trying to help nobody, get out the way. Do that. You heard me? All in the way. Especially family members. Let me put some of them clowns on blast. You know what I mean? People forget that we used to drink together. We smoked weed together. We party together. We did all that stuff together. And all of a sudden they churchy and this, that, and the third. But they forget they come from the trenches and did the same thing I did. But then we were overtly opinionated in these things. Like, they're better than God. When you got skeletons in your own closet. But say, I ain't going to put nobody's skeletons out there. Because you're going to deal with God yourself, especially when you treat people wrong. I love my mother, Mary E. Charles, to life, Life. You got certain family members, we're not going to disclose their names. We're praying for you. I can do that today. I can really just, pray for you, people, on human beings. But we ain't gonna never break bread again. That is not happening. And I'm not perfect. And you're not perfect either. But some of the stuff y'all have done, and I have helped you. What you do? You circumvent and say, he has a problem. But all of us used to do the same thing together. Now I become the help, and I'm not the same person I was in 2010, and this is 2023. But you think you're going to help me? You want to keep people living in the past. So we got a hard conversation, the sideways conversation, the upside down conversation, the in-between conversation, the behind your back conversation. But at the point of the matter is this. You're not built to have the conversation. Nobody's perfect. Well, Jamal doing this and Jamal doing this. No, I'm not. I don't even live in Baltimore, Maryland. You come through Baltimore first thing, then they want to call them peoples on me. You heard me. They the same ones that are fake, phony, and fugazi. Let's have the hard conversation. Call my phone. See if you do that one. But it is what it is. I'm at peace today. We don't know about tomorrow, but today we at peace. So when people help you spiritually, mentally, and physically, don't you think you should reciprocate that and give that back? I'm not just talking about family members. I'm talking about other people too. You come with open hands, you got closed fists. I got open hands, you got closed fists. How's that going to work? We got success stories from 2010 to right now. A lot of success. But at the end of the day, who's telling the truth and who's telling a lie? But see, Allah see fit. I don't have to judge people. Reason being, because what you put out, you will get back. You can't get out of that parameter. It's universal law. I know I'm a pass. Allahu Akbar. Allah is the greatest. Assalamu alaikum. Peace be unto you. You heard me? There's a lot going on in the world. But at the end of the day, are you at peace with yourself? Are you lying to your people? Are you treating your people right? Because guess what? The devil and God can't be in the same room. And we trying to stay with God on this side, not be on the other side. Look rich, think poor, 24/7, 365 days a year. If I got $5, $15, $50, $500, $5,000, I'm the same person. I shop at a thrift shop. Not a problem. So what are we doing? What are we really doing with each other? We ain't doing the black and white thing. We outreach to the community in the world and streets all across the United States of America. We got 4,000 numbers in 2 phones. Over 4,000. So this is what it is. Hustle hard. Who will put the work in you? Self-preservation. Nobody can tell me about self-preservation. If I bake 10 cakes tomorrow, that makes me happy. Your self-worth is your self-worth. Your self-worth is not materialistic stuff. We people, tangible stuff, materialistic stuff. You ain't going to take it home when you leave it. It ain't happening. I don't care who you is, where you come from. Every day we wake up. Let me hit you with this one, Slick. We one more day closer to death. You jump in that casket. You heard me. Y'all don't want to hear what's real from somebody from Baltimore, Maryland. You know what I mean? I got friends all over the country, cities, states, and towns. We can touch down a lot of places. I can go anywhere in the United States with a book bag on my back by myself in any hood, any trenches. You know what I mean? You can do this because I walk with God. G-O-D. Allah walk by that. Another thing, I don't fear nothing but God. So people say, Jamal doing this and Jamal doing that. If you want to talk about me, tell the truth and we can do that. Don't try to mix it up like, oh, he's the problem. No, the problem is that you don't want to identify with somebody that's purpose and results driven to the core. People are not used to that. They want the soft conversations, they're the hard conversation. I'm in them streets. Baltimore, Maryland. We come up, we're going to have a meet and greet for veterans at the MacArthur Realty Group. Ebony MacArthur sells homes. Jerome MacArthur sells homes in Columbia, Maryland. Next month, I'm giving some other events for the community and the world. You heard what I said. I stand on my own. Somebody help me. So when they need help, show up and stop talking. That's another thing I have a conversation about. When people need to talk to you, could you just shut up and let them talk? Instead of being overtly opinionated and giving you an opinion, this, that, and the third. That's the biggest problem in our community is people don't let people talk. Adults are dream killers. To the youth. Shout out to the youth in the cities and the states. The United States of America of all colors. Let me go my head. I'm praying right now. Praying for the youth. Because a lot of y'all parents is not S-H-I-T. They not all flat out. I already know what it is. I got 7 kids, 1 deceased. Yeah. We try to bridge the gap and meet with the children on the level of their needs and intellect and things of these nations. These adults trying to have the kids live in their world where they come from. Some of y'all drinking and smoking with your kids. Mothers and fathers, how do you think your children have a respect for you if you're doing the same thing with them when they're young? We're talking about the twerkers and the dudes running around with their belts off with their hind parts out. You know what I mean? It don't make you a bad person, but how's your presentation? I'm a father and a grandfather. You heard me? It's a there go your father. Yeah, there go your father. I had a father. He's deceased. My mother's still with us. I was born on my mother's birthday, January 10th, 1964. I'm 59 years old. I'm just telling you what it is. But I come with open hands, and then some of y'all go this way, some of y'all go this way, and then try to meet back in the middle. But you can't duck the truth. I will help anybody. Homeless veterans, people getting the houses, people going to school, people be able to tithe in church. We only want 100%. You veterans know what that is. If we ain't doing 100%, we ain't even have the conversation. Not over here. So we're going to reboot this. Hustle, hard, Baltimore radio, reloaded 2 for the people. I'm about my business. I ain't even mad at nobody. You understand what I'm saying? It was a testing ground that last demonstration. But what they don't know is this. All of them. I'm for the streets. Little town in South Carolina, big New York City, wherever. I'm out there. Walk alone. Fear number God all day long. I'm from East Baltimore. You know what I mean? My father had a store. I was raised with a mother and a father with structure. Yeah, that's what it is. That's what you get in 2023. Real in the field. Yeah. We can talk to gang members and we can talk to people in corporate America. This Rolodex in my head, yeah, it's real. Got that balance slick. Learned from my daddy and my uncles and my mama and my grandmother how to survive. We can eat beans 5 days a week with some bread and water and be good out here. Look rich and think poor 24/7 like I don't got nothing because I've been broke before. I know how I feel to be broke. You know what I mean? Lint in your pockets, this and the third. So that's why you need to go in the VA system and get your benefits and entitlements so you can take care of yourself and your family financially. Everybody needs finance. I don't care where you come in. Ain't no black and white thing. This is an economic thing. We ain't got no control over the interest rates and stuff like this. Them people don't want us out here like that, man. They want us killing each other, hurting each other. I buried a child. Check this out. Ain't nothing hurt more than that. I'd rather lose my leg than bury another child. I've been on that front row for 2 hours looking in that casket, asking God, why? Guess what I found out? I don't have no control. After 26 years of drinking every ounce of liquor in every bar in the state of Maryland, I said, you know what? I got to give it back to God. And I walk on that, and I stand on that. So when the help need help, when somebody needs some help, or you see somebody homeless, buy them something to eat. Stop beating up on people who think you're better than everybody. Because you don't know that day or that hour when you're going to jump in that casket. Yeah, I talk that Baltimore stuff. I'm from Baltimore, you know what I mean? I say that, you know what I mean? I call people slick to keep me from cussing. All right, slick this and slick that. All right, slick, we're going to do this, slick. You understand what I'm saying? People say, how you lose weight? I had to lose weight. I don't want diabetes and high blood pressure. And I'm never, ever going to drink any liquor again in my life. Because I'll be on the other side. Well known in Baltimore, man. State of Maryland, D.C., Philly, New York, all that. You know what I mean? Way before I came in that VA system in 2010. It was in them streets. I party like a rock star. You know what I mean? Yes, me, this dude right here. I've been at everybody party. Y'all don't know? I ain't scared of none of y'all. Flat out. It is what it is. We can have a hard conversation, the in-between conversation, the upside-down conversation, whatever conversation you want to have. This ain't got nothing to do with the PTSD. It's streets. But we come with open hands, and we ask God for guidance and direction on a consistent basis. Bossed up. And I walk alone at given times. Shout out for Nitty from the city, my love, over there in Tampa, Florida. That's the support. That's the rock. We can do a whole lot of things. You understand what I'm saying? It's the pyramid. Y'all don't know nothing about this. You don't know this demonstration right here. Pyramid. My son gave me this. Jamal, shout out to him. He got a clothing company coming up. So let's inspire each other. Good day, good night, good evening. Let's embrace each other. Let's love each other. Let's try to learn how to love each other. Instead of pushing your kids off to the side. Say, where you been at for the last week? Parents don't even know where their kids at. There's all kinds of topics to talk about. But when the help needs help, won't y'all show up? Instead of all this, because they showed up for you. Spiritually, mentally, and physically. They gave you some money. Somebody gave you a ride. Somebody came over to talk to you. Somebody picked up the telephone. But when they need help, you vamoose. Shout out to all the success stories since 2010 to every veteran and family member that I ever assisted and touched by the grace of God. Because we educate the veterans on how to address their in particular situations with the Benefits Administration and Health Administration of Veterans Affairs. You heard that part? And that's the same thing for the civilians out there. You homeless, we can help you. You need Social Security, we can help you. You need food stamps, we can help you. You need somebody to talk to, we can help you. It's all about help, Slick. You can't take it with you, you know what I mean? But some of you people out there with y'all buffoonery fail to forget, you don't know the day or the hour when you're going to boop. So I made my peace with God. You don't know when you're going to jump in that casket. That casket wait for you, Slick. And what you put out, let me educate you on this. What you put out, them lies and treating people bad, God got you. Allah, Buddha, or Jesus, in no certain order. They say NA and AA, and no certain jails, institutions, of death. That's the same thing. So if you're out there telling a lie on a consistent basis, it's going to come back. If you treat people bad, it's going to come back. See, when you live a lie, the light comes. The light gets shined through you. When the light gets shined on you, ain't nobody going to be around you. Whoever you are, I'm trying not to live a lie. I shop at the thrift shops. I can eat some beans. I thank God for the toilet paper, the water, the dishwashing liquid, and my dirty dishes up in there. Yeah. I'm in Orlando, Florida right now. You know what I mean? So this is where we at. But we're going national. We're going global. Because that's ordained by God. This ain't me. This is ordained by God. You know what I mean? So hustle hard for your life. Hustle hard for a peace of mind. Hustle hard for the proper food. Hustle hard for the proper medication. Hustle hard for your peace of mind. Hustle hard so you just understand that no matter what in life, Life, God loves you first. Don't get depressed and put the clicker to your head and jump out of here. Don't do that one, Slick. Come on, man. Let's fall in. Somebody, you could talk to a stranger on a bench before you talk to some of your bum family. Yeah, because some of them bums flat out. Just tell you what it is. We call a spade a spade. You know what I mean? And anybody want to have a contested conversation with me, you can talk to me too, because I'm ready to launch a TV show. My campaign for the people. That's what we got in our hearts. What's in your heart? Whatever's in your heart, don't put it on other people. You got a lot of people out there ain't taking care of their kids, man. Women and men of all colors. But it is what it is. What you put back, you get back. You're in the hospital, getting ready to die, looking around, ain't none of my kids coming to see because you ain't never did nothing with them. You got women out there ain't taking care of their kids either. You got women who will not allow the baby fathers to see their sons and daughters, and they know they wrong. But God got something for you too. So that's where we at right now. We here with you. I ain't mad at nobody, Slick. I just ain't got no inside voice. And guess what? I'm not changing for nobody. 59 can return 60, Slick. Been in them streets. I party with the best. I've been bust upside my head. I've been with the handcuffs on me and stuff. But we gave a lot to when we was out there. Cookouts. Help the kids in the neighborhood. Selling water so they can do stuff. So they can get haircuts, go to Kings of Me and this, that, and the third. I'm just telling you what it is. Shout out to Chemo, East Baltimore, all day long. You already know what it is. Real in the field. I'm with him. He's a good person and a good father. That's a prime example of somebody I've been knowing for years. You already know. That's my man. Shout out to Remy. Taking care of your daughter. I take my hat and salute you guys. You know what I mean? Because y'all there for y'all children. This is real in the field. Fight the court system. Fight the court system. The baby mothers, this and the third. Guess what? We here. I'm right here with you. I'm real in the field. Guess what? God knows best. God really knows best. You know what I mean? So people be more or less like, think that money run everything. Well, you need finances to live, but at the end of the day, what's in your heart? What are you doing? Who do you love? Who loves you? What are we doing? It is what it is, man. If you ain't about love, whatever you put out is going to eat you up quicker than anything else. Some of y'all need to listen to Farrakhan. Hey, I ain't perfect. I listen to everybody. You know what I mean? Dr. Boyce Watkins. Listen to Dr. Claude Anderson. Dr. Omar Johnson. You know what I mean? A lot of them out there. I read Rick Ross' book. Oh, people say he's not real. What ain't real about him? Oh, he was a CEO. So let me tell you something about street cred. That stuff don't exist. It ain't real. What's real is going to go and get a job and taking care of yourself and taking care of what you need to take care of instead of living off of people and scamming and lying and cheating and stealing and selling fentanyl on your own neighbors, killing your own people. How about that? So you sold all that fentanyl and killed half of the neighborhood. You good with that? You go on OnlyFans and take all your clothes off and you can't take it down. Are you good with that? Because that's the devil. Oh, I made 600,000. Yeah, and 10 million people seeing your naked behind. You can't take that down. So when you get old, you know you're going to be up there, Slick. Girl, I'm what's happening. Who told you that? And let me get to this before I get off of it. A diva doesn't need to say they're a diva when they come in the room. We already know they're divas. And a lot of y'all bootleg people are not divas. Dressed up trash cans flat. I don't care where you come from. You ain't no divas. My mother and them and grandmothers and aunties and the ladies that would come with divas. You people want to put diva on the schedule. Where? You go to church naked, and then you go to strip joint naked, and then you're in a house and you're naked. You know what I mean? When you gonna put some clothes on and look like you elegant, like a debutante? This talk was real. Y'all don't want to have that conversation with me, Slick. They don't want to go out there with me, Slick. I get to what it is. From the streets. I was in the streets early, working with my father and my uncles, especially with my father. He had a business, a moving company. And it was so washing machines, dryers, and refrigerators. We cleaned out refrigerators at 10 years old, counting change on the counter at 12 years old. Had a bank account before I was in the 9th grade. Y'all talking a shoebox up under the bed with the change in it. We go to the corner store and get what we wanted to. People say, y'all think y'all rich. We didn't even know we was poor. We moved from Graymont Avenue, Waverly, to Northwood in 1970. My grandmother lived in the hood. My grandmother had 14 children, 101 great-grandchildren, great-grandchildren, and great-great-grand when she passed. What is they talking about? My grandmother, Ellen Board, was 101 when she passed. Seeing a lot of these eyes in 59 years, man. But we coming with peace, love. So when somebody needs some help and they help you or they didn't help you, can you show up and get out the way? Can you show up or get out the way? It's real simple. Don't nobody know the day or the hour when you're going to go to sleep for real, yo. So I fed up my God because I got God. I'm on God's side. You know what I mean? See the dude right here? I gave to my country, and I'm still giving to my country. So on that note, hustle hard for your life. That's where we got the radio show from. And we're going to keep this campaign moving. You understand what I'm saying? We ain't got no, got a little interference out here. That's what we call it, interference. Man, I'm from the streets. I sold Deer Park Waters on the corners. I sold clothes. I sold pocketbooks. I sold all kinds of things. So, pedigree of a hustler. You heard me? That's the resume right there. You know what I mean? And I got half of 27 years with no days off. I ain't lying about that one there, Slick. And I still went to work when I was getting high. I'm just letting you know what I was doing, Slick. So we back at it again. Hustle hard. Be more radio reloaded too. We're going to come reloaded. Me and Chad, we come and reload, Slick. You understand what I'm saying? Chad is the co-host. I'm from East Baltimore. He from West Baltimore. He put it all in the middle. You heard me? So guess what? I pray for y'all. And may God be with you. And we'll be back again. Meet and greet next month. MacArthur Realty Group. Ebony MacArthur sells homes. And Jerome MacArthur sells homes. We're going to have insurance people in there. Motivational speaker in there. We're going to have a gentleman that has his own products and smoothies. Yeah, that's what we're doing, Slick. We real in the field, Slick. You understand what I'm saying? People need insurance. People need houses. People need, services. One-stop shop. Invite only. My campaign. In partnership with the MacArthur Realty Group. You don't know? Invitation only. We got to have a controlled crowd. And we're going to have security there. I'm letting y'all know that. We ain't doing all that. We're going to have the proper security there. I know FBI agents, U.S. Marshals, Then I speak more. All kinds of law enforcement. So we'll be law enforcement in the house. I'm letting y'all know that. So we ain't none of the shenanigans. Don't even come over in Columbia, Maryland with them shenanigans. We ain't having all that. So that's what's coming up next. And we got some other events coming up next in Baltimore, Maryland. Around Baltimore, Maryland. All right, shout out to all my kids. Shout out to my granddaughter. Shout out to Nitty that's from the city. Yeah, her name Nitty from the city. She really from the city. I mean, boy, she the truth, Slick. That's the backbone about this demonstration right here. I'm trying to tell you what it is. You heard? So let's shoot to the moon, shoot to the stars, and do what we need to do. And Allah Akbar. Allah is the greatest. And Assalamu alaikum. May peace be unto you. Peace.